Hi everyone, my name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats, and you still find us on our holidays. Sorry, on location, working hard.
The wives have let us out.
They have. Having now played with probably some of the most lovely guitars that I've ever seen and you've ever...
Without a doubt, it's been a treat.
We're now jumping into some of the glorious amps that are behind us. And quite frankly, we're starting with what I would possibly say is the greatest amp I've ever heard.
It is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. What is it?
It is a RedPlate. This is a RedPlate Overdrive Classic. Not a brand I'd ever heard of. And there's a very good reason for that. It's because there's only about 2 in the UK.
Well, of this particular type.
Yes.
So what this is an exact replication of a Dumble Overdrive Special, Clive, is that correct?
Yeah.
Overdrive Special. Clive's in the background, who owns this glorious amp. And but the thing that makes this really interesting for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've been looking at all these high-end amplifiers, and a lot of these high-end amplifiers have passive effects loops. Mm-hmm. So basically, what that means is when you plug a reverb pedal in, say you've got you've got your pedal board on the floor and you plug your delays and reverbs, and you want to run into the effects loop as you do with the effects loop. And the thing about Dumbles are they've got these. You need something else with the Dumble to make it deal with the long cable length and the inconsistencies. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the thing that you can buy for that is called a clinulator. Or a dumbulator. Thanks, Clive. Yeah, the dumbulator is a rack mount thing, or it's a 19-inch rack. Sometimes they can sit on top of the amp. And it basically adds a buffer and different controls to the effects loops. So you can turn up and balance the levels, and you've got bright switches, that sort of stuff.
Right.
This has got all that built in. Plus it's also got reverb built in, which is a glorious sounding reverb. It
does sound, I might say genuinely, it's one of the best, if not the best amp I've ever heard. It's got bite, it cuts through. All the stuff we filmed with the amazing Les Pauls and the Tellys was all recorded through an SM57 on a 1x12 cabinet.
Yep.
And the RedPlate, and it sounds epic.
It sounds incredible.
Play some more. Some more.
And we'll do some clean stuff. It's the great thing about this as well is it's incredibly versatile because it comes with this foot switch. Well, James, if James holds that, I don't know if you can see that. But what I'm going to do, let's switch everything off to start with, and the boost.
And the boost.
So, really clean. It sounds like this.
Let's kick in the boost, because that, I would say, is the next.
So if I just play some chords,
yep,
and then you click the boost in and out. So it's like a nice volume boost. It's not like a boost going in the front of the amp at the moment.
No, it's not a gain boost. It's just a level boost.
Clean boost, yeah. A nice clean boost, which is lovely. Next, now, I don't think the MidBoost works until you switch on the overdrive. So if you switch on the FET control. Which
it is adding some grit, some warmth, some oomph.
Yeah. Now, we've got one here. I had a 2-rock, and that's got a FET boost on it as well. Mm-hmm. This sounds, to me, sorry, 2-rock owners, but the FET boost on that sounds incredible. That is the sound that I wanted out of the 2-rock.
Yep.
Glass, isn't it? It's got that.
I'm sat directly in line with that thing. It's awesome.
Okay. Next, we've got the overdrive.
Yep.
So it changes the channel.
And then
MidBoost.
It's worth saying this is a 50 watt amp because of all the goodies and everything that's in there. Apparently they couldn't make it a 100 watt version.
With all the bits, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the reverb, what's extra special about this is with most amplifiers, when you start to gain them up, when you use a clean sound, you set your reverb, then you switch on your drive channel, and the reverb completely blows out. It's too much reverb. For some reason, they've done something special there. So when you switch on the drive channel, it brings back the level of the reverb, so it's just perfect. It's amazing.
It is glorious, utterly glorious. And so you're hearing it through just a 1x12
Yep.
cabinet.
Incredible.
And it's with a 57 on it. Sounds great.
I want.
And they are available. You've got to find them, and they are made to order. And of course, you've got to get it shipped over from the States. But you know, it is a thing that's doable.
Yeah.
And I think I know their next customer.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, brilliant.
Should we have a look at the 2-Rock?
Now, this 2-Rock is going to be slightly different to the one that I had. It's the same head as what I had, but this is the 4x10, and it sounds awesome.
It's got a lot more punch, that 4x10. And anyone who's ever done mic'd up, whatever the phrase is, will know that if in any cabinet where there is multiple speakers, there is always a sweet one.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that, unfortunately, is to stick your head in the and find the one that's the sweet, positive one. That the more active of the 4 or 2, depending on what you're running. And in this case, Clive said it's top right, and I completely agree when I stuck my head in there.
Right.
Just it's got a totally different bite to it. So I'm going to change over, and then we'll change heads and stuff. So cue the silly music. This is the same or similar 2-Rock to the one you've had, isn't it?
It's the same 2-Rock.
Yep.
This is with the 4x10.
And it makes a heck of a difference.
It's great, isn't it?
The 4x10 sounds amazing.
Different. It is really different considering that 2-Rock as a company were based on, the Dumble sort of sound. Mm-hmm. It's a very different sound. It's the greatest clean sound you can get. It's
super, super clean. I mean, I know we've got options to put in different gain staging, etc. But I mean, as a clean sound, it is, it's clinical.
Proper. We are going through, because this is the 100 watt version, we are going through an aux box, so it is going to affect the sound of it slightly. But the cabinet's mic'd up.
Yep. It sounds great. It's just, but I kind of get why you didn't fall for it quite as much as, say, the RedPlate or the Matchless, because it isn't that, ready for the buzzword bingo, it isn't that Paul Drew clean on the verge of breakup, ting sound.
Yeah. It hasn't, yes, it doesn't. But it does, you can push it that way. So if you push the bypass button, that's it. It's a great clean sound. Now what you can do with the 2-Rock, if I push the mids, if I do that, let's bring the master back just a little bit, turn the gain up a bit.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. But what's interesting is the next one, because this is actually the amp that got us the invite in the first place.
Yes.
Because we were after, and you're going to have to pronounce it for me because I'm going to mess it up otherwise.
Yeah, we're going to get the video banned. Fuchs.
Fuchs.
Is that right, Clive? Yeah. Clive gives us a thumbs up.
And we'll put the mic on that one, and we'll have a play through that one, because this is. So I've never seen one of these in person. And I don't think you'll ever see one of this particular model ever again because it is a rare beastie and there's some seriously good stuff going on it.
Engineering wise, it's incredible,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, okay.
So we'll play the silly music again and we'll swap over. Now, what I think is interesting about this amp, which is the
The Fuchs
yeah, but it's the
ODS.
ODS.
Yeah,
This is effectively two identical channel strips.
more or less. More or less.
You've got EQ on both. You've got. I've never seen a foot switch that's got so many options for both channels.
Can the camera see that foot switch? Because it's crazy.
We've got channel switching. Then you've got the gain boost for channel A and channel B, and the mid boost for channel A and channel B. Very, very cool. So many options, and that's just the stock pedal board that comes with it. You add your own pedals and things on the front end or in the loop.
Sure.
Also,
Yeah.
as tweakability goes, this thing's got everything. On the back, there's actually a metering system of, a little LED screen of what's going on and monitoring, and you can individually bias the valves, and it's an absolute tweakability dream, this amp.
It is, yeah.
I mean, if you want to dive in and really get, I hate to use the word nerdy because Clive is sat over there, but it's, there's a tweak, the tweak factor on that amp is epic.
Crazy.
But it's awesome. And it's as the thing that got us in the door in the first place, it's a thing of absolute beauty.
It is great, isn't it? It's really, really versatile. So let's play some more sounds.
Yeah.
Should I bring the Les Paul? Because I think this amp shines with the Les Paul.
Let's swap. I really hope this is coming through the SM57 that we've got the cab mic'd with.
Yeah.
You're getting that cone cry thing.
Yeah.
That you get from... I've only ever witnessed it with Dumbles. That kind of cone cry, extra harmonic thing that's going on there.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And that's without...
Oh, that's without the mid. Let's switch on. And the volume's not that loud.
No. That extra harmonic, that extra note that's in there just is absolutely epic.
But you're right. We've really heard that from the Fuchs and from the RedPlate.
Yeah.
It's that sort of sound, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I say I've never seen a Fuchs up close and personal, and probably won't again because they're a fairly rare beast.
Yes.
But as interestingly though, it doesn't have spring reverb. It's digital reverb.
Yeah, and it's got this because James and I were trying to work out what was going on when we were playing clean. So we'll do that. Should we switch on to the clean sound? And I'll turn down the volume a bit. You can hear with the reverb, it's pitch. It's almost got like some modulation to it. And if I turn it up, turn the dwell up as well. And it's got a pre-delay before.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is if it's audible at all. if it's
tweakable.
Tweakable, that's the better word. Really
There's a tremolo in there almost.
almost. Okay, so if you had to pick one of the three,
RedPlate.
without that,
I think it's because it's not because it's the. I know Dumble are the kind of the amp of the moment because of his passing and stuff like that.
Yes,
but I
yes.
think it's the most plug in, get great tone instantly. The Fuchs, I get the feeling if you had a couple of 3 hours with it,
Yeah.
you could tweak to your heart's content and it would sound amazing. The 2 Rock is just too clean for me.
yeah,
But the RedPlate has got everything.
yeah,
And I know we disagree about amp tone a lot and about what we like and how we would set things up.
yeah.
But I think that's the best combination, and certainly for yours and my tastes and stuff like that. It's a beautiful amp, and I want one too.
Yeah, I want one too. It's fantastic, isn't it? What a great amp.
So we have to say thank you to Clive for allowing us to take over his day, quite frankly, with our
Tomfoolery.
gear lust, I think is probably also fair.
Another word for it.
It's been an absolute pleasure, so thank you very much, Clive. But for now, and so hopefully you got something out of this. If you did, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you again soon. So my name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats. We'll see you again very soon.